One of my favorite movies in the world is Hook. And when I was young, or even sometimes right now, I think about how cool it would be to live in a place where you don't age, you get to fly around, and you basically get to create any food you want by using your imagination. And also, I had a crush on Tinkerbell. So anyway, in the movie Hook, do you guys remember that part when Peter Pan first met Tinkerbell? So then Peter says that he doesn't believe in fairies, and then Tinkerbell dies or pretends to die, and then Peter had to clap his hands really loud. Well, let me ask you the same question. Do you believe that fairies exist? Songwriter Lucia Cordero was on her way to bed when she heard a noisy motorbike revving its engine outside of her home. So then she went downstairs to investigate the commotion, and she heard a bang. It sounded like someone had thrown something at her window. So then she went to check out her security camera footage on her laptop, and she saw this. Lucia thought it might have been a butterfly, but she kept looking at the footage, and then she showed the footage to her son, and he immediately identified it as a mystical fairy. I mean, looking at this footage, it definitely doesn't look like a butterfly or some insect to me. If I was to compare it to anything, it kind of resembles a hummingbird. But here's my question. Why is it glowing? Unless there's a light on the camera where this thing is like radioactive, I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Every time I see a fairy on TV or in the movies, they are glowing. Fairy dust does emit light, I believe. But this thing is kind of weird. I definitely don't think it's an insect. I don't think it's a glow-in-the-dark hummingbird. But you know what? This isn't the first time someone supposedly caught fairies on camera. John Hyatt, a university lecturer in the UK, gained much attention with his photos of what he claims are probably fairies. And these photos were taken in Rosendale Valley, Lancashire. John said that he also took various photos of flying insects in the region to compare them to these photos, and the fairy photos do not resemble the insect photos. Also, John insisted that he had not doctored the photos in any way. These photos are crazy because take a look at these photos when they're blown up. These definitely do not look like insects or mosquitoes. You can clearly see 2 arms, 2 legs, a little head, maybe little antennas on the head. Yeah, these look like little flying people. Also, I was making this video, so I was talking about the topic of fairies with a friend of mine, and she shared this story with me. My friend told me that she used to run a youth exchange program, and one of her host families had twin daughters about 5 years old at the time. One of the girls said that she could see people's auras, and also said that fairies lived in the plants in and around her house. So the mom totally believed her, but the dad did not. And one morning when the dad was alone, he said to the plant in the kitchen, he said, "Hey, if you guys are real, at dinner tonight, tell my daughter to tell me the word green." So that night at dinner, his daughter was looking at the plants as usual, and then walked over to her dad and said, quote, "Daddy, the fairy wanted me to tell you green." Spooky, right? So let me know what you think about this video. I do have the full video in the description box below. Do you think that this is a video of a fairy? Or is it just a butterfly or a radioactive hummingbird? Also, do you believe that fairies are real? But just on the safe side, even if you don't believe that fairies are real, don't say it out loud, because what if they really do exist and you just like killed one? All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.